Today, I sat down with Congressman Michael McCaul. I spoke to him about the Secret Service Director, Kimberly Cheadle, resigning today, as we are more than a week out now from the assassination attempt on former President Donald Trump. The first question I asked was his reaction to the security breakdown from that day.
First of all, I think she made the right decision. You know, President Reagan's Director of Secret Service resigned after the attempted assassination. And in Director Cheadle's own words, you know, this was a failure. Anytime you have someone who gets that close and fires shots at the president, that shouldn't happen at all. I did visit the site yesterday. I got to climb up onto the rooftop where the would-be assassin was to see, you know, what his line of sight was. And it was a very clear shot to the president. A tree blocked the Secret Service's view. Very well planned out on his part. But my biggest takeaway was how close it was, how close he was to the President of the United States. And how did that happen? There were a lot of mistakes made, I think. You know, many like the water tower behind that could have provided Secret Service with a better view. They could have had drones, a lot of things they didn't do. And the bottom line was, at what point did they identify the suspect and why didn't they take him out earlier? Finally, Walt, this was a really disturbing, was that they found a detonation device on the shooter, and he had 2 bombs in his car. My speculation is that he was going to, after he assassinated the president, would be to detonate these bombs in his car, which was across on the other side of the property, causing a diversion and then escaping the crime scene.
You know, 2 things strike me with what you just said. First, you're a congressman. You were on the ground. You saw the site. The director of the Secret Service has not been there yet. Yeah. I think that's outrageous, first of all. You know, now that she stepped down, I guess it doesn't matter. The second thing is that in this day and age, reporters can't even get that close sometimes. What happened where this would even happen, considering the tensions in this country?
Just a lot of failures on the ground. I don't blame the agents on the ground. I blame leadership.